Another Sunday morning elevations. Before I get started, shout out to all of you who made it over here this morning because a lot of people didn't make it this morning, and we have to. Okay, I appreciate the kisses, T Mac. That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? All right, cool, cool. Mwah. I appreciate it. All right. A lot of people didn't make it this morning, but there are us that are left behind and that we are sharing our time together. So I wanted you to know that I'm promoting my book. Uh, it's called Driven. It's on Amazon. I'm also giving out copies as well as sending copies to those who sign up at the website illadelstyles.net. Sign up, you know, hit my email up, illadelstyles@gmail.com, and let me know. I'll send you a PayPal. I can send this out right to you today. I mean, that's how fast we're delivering. You can wait for Amazon or you can get it from me today, however you want to do it. And also, I'm promoting a new comic book. Yeah, and award-winning movie, Sugar. We definitely got the comic book popping, you know what I'm saying, to you with all the official colors and all of that, you know what I'm saying to you. I'm appreciative that God has anointed me with so much talent. And so I just wanted to share some things with you. This is a great first edition black female superhero out of Philadelphia, talking about domestic violence, which we know is a very prevalent issue across the world. And yeah, we're doing that. And so definitely go to the website, illadelstyles.net. Tap the screen, share the live for me, please. So this morning, I had a message. I have a message for you because it's been on my heart. It's been on my heart for a while now because I'm thinking about where we are, right, as a people. And I'm not just talking just black, but just as a human race. And we're talking about America right now because if you look at centuries past, like Rome, how Rome came about and how Rome fell. Let's look at America and how we have come about and how we are so close to falling. We are, as individuals, some of us are living our best life. We have more money than we ever had before. We're able to move about and do whatever we want freely. But good morning, beautiful life. Good morning. Good morning. But some of us are not able to do that. Okay. Some of us are in position and some of us are not in position. I would say likely right now, since a lot of people are getting fired or laid off or jobs are closing, there's a lot more people in turmoil than you think. Okay. And so what does that bring about? That brings about civil unrest. It brings about destruction and chaos. Good morning, Brother Vessel. And so in this aspect, when we're talking about life, right, we're in this matrix that we're talking about, right? There's so many things that we're being deceived on. Like when you cut on your phone, and they said that the statistics say that the people between the ages of 22 and 52 receive all their news from social media. Right? We don't even look at the news no more. We look at our phone. As soon as we wake up in the morning, that light shines. And as soon as we go to bed, the notifications hit, ding our ears. We know nothing but this, right? And so I want to wake you up to some reality because a lot of people don't want to get into reality. They always come up with this conspiracy thing that we don't really try to understand. But the reality is the book of Revelations has some factual information that is happening right now, right? I know this book was written years ago, and I need to teach you guys something because I need you to understand that sometimes you have to open your mind. This is why this is called the renewing of your mind. You have to understand that there were books written in the past that predicted this time only because those times happened before. See, if you have it in your mind that we're the only creation that has happened around this 2000 century and there's no life, there was no life before us, you are blind. Okay. You have blinders on and you don't want to see anything else. And that's cool. This might not be for you. But for those who have an open mind this morning, I need you to understand that where we are in life has happened before. It didn't happen in the same essence that we're in. Like our technology is different, our clothing is different, but the same social construct has been around before. That's how they're able to write these things, and it relates to today because it had to happen before, right? And I say that to say that this matrix that we're living in, and in the world that we're living in, it's a strong possibility that what we're going through has happened before. The problem is we never wake up from our mistakes. We never adjust our mistakes. Now, some of us as individuals, we try. I mean, we really try. Like for me, for instance, I did not have a father in my life, but I never knew my father, but I made sure that my son knew who I was or who I am. Okay. And so sometimes we do break the chains of life. Like we don't always fit into that category. You feel what I'm saying to you? So we do try to make change, but there's so many other dynamics to life, right? There's so many other dynamics. Like right now, the social craze of this technology has got us in this whirlwind. Like we only know this phone, right? But if you go to the book of Revelations, and it specifically talks about how in the last days, we will not be able to buy and sell unless we have the mark of the beast. And the mark would be 666, right? So I did some math and I did some old conspiracy theory thing. And I said, well, 6 plus 6 plus 6 is 18. And 1 and 8 is 9. And then I said, oh, well, we have 9 digits in our social security number. Okay, that's far-fetched, right? Y'all like, oh man, that was really far-fetched for you to go that far into that math and do that, and that's just far-fetched, right? When we look at the stripes on our flags, we look at the stars and the significance of them all, they're all, if you don't understand the theory behind the flag, you would just think it's just red, white, and blue flags with stars and stripes. You wouldn't understand the significance of the stripes, the red representing the blood of, and the white representing, and then the blue representing, and then the stars represent. You wouldn't know the theory of it all, right? Because you didn't study it. You didn't know it. So therefore, it still would be a mystery to you. So even me being far-fetched and saying 6 plus 6 plus 6 is 18, and 1 and 8 is 9, and we have 9 digits in our social security number. Oh, we got the mark of the beast. Because right now in America, you can't get a job without a social security number. And that's facts. Like that's facts. Like some people try to work under the table, but now when they get into that central bank digital currency thing, you won't be able to do anything without a social security number. Right. And so when you look at that and that tie in to the fact that at the end of the day, we are trapped in a construct where we're paying for everything. Right. Good morning, Gabby. Good morning, YouTubers. What's up? It's a simulation. Who am I talking to here? Mad Lab. I think it's a simulation. I get it, right? But spiritually, we are lost. And the reason why I say that is because we have forgotten our basic morals and values of life. Like right now, when I turn on my Instagram more than TikTok, TikTok doesn't allow it as much as Instagram does. And I see us fighting us. I frown. I see us arguing at us. I frown. I mean, even in our city, our rappers are beefing with each other. Like, I frown over that. I frown over that because I know that the world is much bigger and we have much more fish to fry. And we're worrying about materialistic things and things that don't have any value. Spiritually, we are lost. And so I frown upon that because we stand at the crossroads of human history. Right? Where boundaries between reality and illusion are increasingly blurred. The book of Revelations, written centuries ago, speaks to us today with an eerie relevance. It warns us of a world where humanity is seduced by the allure of power, convenience, and instant gratification. Like, you got to have it now. That's why when you keep scrolling through your TikTok, they're selling you something. Instant gratification. Instant. Everything has to be like this, right? And if you don't have it now, you feel as though you're missing out. So a lot of kids grow up today, they don't know how to save. A lot of kids grow up today, they don't have the patience. Everything has to be right now. And so as you get older, you get more mature, your wisdom kicks in and you understand that you have to wait for certain things, right? So as you're moving about in your day and you're moving slowly through time, there's kids that have no patience and they're pushing you out the way, right? And you say to yourself, like, these kids have no obedience. Well, they're not being taught on all levels. Maybe mom's not home, maybe father's not there, or maybe even grandma, Nana. Remember, Nana used to be the one you go to, but Nana today looks like mom because sometimes they're competing with each other. It's just so much going on today in this world that the matrix, the illusion of it all makes you think that it doesn't exist, but it does. Okay. And so, therefore, we as a people have to find the calm in the storm. So my message today is called Finding the Calm in the Storm. Tap the screen, share the live, tell a friend that we're on. All right. We're living in an era where technology has become, let's go back. Oh yeah. We're living in an area where technology has become our omnipresent companion. For instance, like I said, when we wake up in the morning, the glow of the screen attracts us to where we got to have the phone in our face. And then when we go to sleep at night, we make sure that we check all our notifications that we didn't miss anything. Here's the problem to all of this. Did you know that in your own cell phone, it specifically says that you should keep the phone away at least 3 feet away from you at all times? It says it on your phone, like if you go read in your instructions, it says that, right? And so they've been teaching us, if you've been paying attention, that you should not really have your cell phone in your pocket, or, some women like to put it in their breasts and this, that, and the third. And you wonder why your energy is depleted and so low. Well, it is draining you. It is draining you of your natural energy source. That is what the phone is doing. So now you have what they call the low end theory. You're dealing with your lower chakra mostly all the time. And that's why when people get online and they got these attitudes and they growling at each other, is because they're dealing with their lower self all the time. Not sometimes, all the time. You hear people argue about the littlest things. You say, why is they arguing over that? And then you sit there and be entertained by it because it's no energy in that. It's like, ooh, they're arguing. Ooh, you don't even want to put the energy, exhort the energy enough to say, hey, you know what, this is wrong. Because it's so entertaining, right? And you just got the phone, you're glued to the phone, the screen has you. And we say to ourselves, like, how can you combat that? How can you combat this type of energy? First of all, you have to know who you are. And I woke up this morning understanding that I'm a child of God. I'm not a child of the phone. I'm not a child of social media. I'm a child of God. And understanding that I'm a child of God, that there's some things that I have to adhere to first. And that's my mind, my body, and my spirit. My mind, my body, and my spirit. If my mind ain't right, then my whole functionality is going to be off. If my body ain't right, then I won't be able to move about to do the things I need to do. And if my spirit ain't right, a lot of y'all going to be in trouble. Huh? Tap the screen, share the live, tell a friend that we are on this morning. I am giving you the understanding of how to bring calm within the storm. Okay. Now understand that the phone itself is just a tool. It is not your say all to end all, right? It's just a tool we use to communicate and find some information out that's going to better our lives in the long run. But if you use your phone as the source of it all, you're going to be missing out on some life things. See, you have to understand tomorrow's not promised to us. To this day and this moment is what we have. And I appreciate you guys tuning in this morning to this moment, because this moment I'm trying to teach you that don't devalue yourself tapping into illusion. Okay. Every day we get on these social media. constructs and people talk about so many different issues, whether right or wrong or indifferent, because I'm not here to bash anyone. But the problem we have is that we take people's word for factual. It's factual. Instead of going to study it, like when I teach you something, I want you to go study it for yourself to prove yourself worthy, because that's what the Bible told us. It says, study to prove thyself worthy. See, you got to understand, a lot of people don't want to study. It's just like, if I say the sky is purple, some people, because they love me, they be like, you know what, I'm going to believe him. You know, I learned the sky was purple today. But you won't go study it for yourself. And the reason why is because it's like, all right, I like him. I'm going to take this person's word for it. You know, that's what it is. No, I don't want you to just like me. I want you to go study for yourself. So now we can come back and have a convivial conversation. Convivial means happy and also challenging, but exciting. Convivial. Remember that word. So that when you and I converse, we having a convivial conversation that we can relate to one another and be in tune with one another, so nobody can break our bond. Today, a lot of relationships and bonds are broken because no one is really in tune with each other. You understand? When you're not in tune, when your spirituality, your mind, body, and spirit is not in tune with another person, that means you do things erratically. That means you do not do things in accordance with what God would have us to do. You're doing it in accordance of what social media and everybody else would have you to do, because you want to be liked, right? The likes make you feel better. Come on, let's be honest. If I had 1,000 people in here this morning, everybody be like, ooh, must be interesting, exciting. But we don't get 1,000 people when you start talking about the truth, because the truth shall set you free. And a lot of people don't want to be free. They want to be in the midst of drama. Let's just be honest. Of course, locks for life, of course. And that's what I'm trying to bring this morning. And the thing is, if we always deal with negative energy, how are we to build ourselves and get better? It's like that, they call it the wheel. The rat wheel. So basically you put the mice on the wheel and he keeps spinning around expecting different results. And that's us. That's called insanity. When we stay in one mode all the time and expect new results, you don't get any. And you wonder why your life don't change. Your life don't change because you don't put yourself in position to change. God wants you in position. Every day, he wants you in position. That means he wants you learning. He wants you understanding. He wants you to be more of a leader than a follower. Okay, we understand that 85% of the world are going to be sheep. We get it. No matter how you look at it, we just going to follow the thing. I promise you right now, COVID woke me up to a lot about people. I don't know about you, but for me, I've seen people around us, right, that before COVID hit, they were your friends. They valued you. When COVID hit, you lost friendships, relationships. You lost all kinds of people because nobody wanted to be around you, right? And then when they found out how COVID ended up, they wanted to backtrack and backpedal. But you can't backpedal once you hurt someone. You can't backpedal. See, this matrix, the storm that we in, causes people to act erratic and not really see the full vision, because we don't have any patience. We want the quick fix now. We want everything right now. So we want people to understand us right now, when it takes time to grow with someone. You can't get in a relationship today and then be ready to quit tomorrow when y'all haven't even had time to discuss, build, and create together. But because we don't have any patience, because social media teaches us, when you see the warning sign, you better run. Well, we all got warning signs. Huh? Listen, there's nobody in this world perfect that you ain't got a warning sign. You think you think your doo-doo don't stink? We all got warning signs. But the illusion of it all makes you think that you don't have nothing, that you everything's right with you, and that person must be something wrong with that person. And see, the mind gets tricked, the trickery of it all. Just like your phone, right? You could be thinking a thought, I want to buy some cigarettes today. And next thing you know, come across the screen is a promotion about cigarettes. Or I want to buy I want to buy a walkie-talkie today. Next thing you know, across the screen, a walkie-talkie comes and they trying to sell it to you. And you wonder, how do they know these things? Why? Because we give them our information unconsciously. Yo, this thing is, we so hardwired into the system that we don't even know that we're giving off energy as well. We're giving off energy as well. So they know what we want before we even want it. I need you to understand that what I'm giving you this morning is more powerful than you'll ever get, because nobody's really talking about it. What they're doing is they're giving you the illusion of it all. And as long as you got the illusion, you're happy with the illusion, because when the truth hits, it sets you free. I want you to be free this morning. I want you to be free to know that you don't really need it. You use it because you want it. It's a difference. A lot of people use social media because they need it. They need to be felt like they liked, because they probably haven't been liked all their lives. They don't know how to become friendly. It says, the Bible specifically talks about how you have to show yourself friendly to find friends. Well, if you always got a nasty attitude and a nasty demeanor, how do you expect people to come into your life and bless you? How do you expect God to come into your life and bless you if your demeanor is always nasty? Well, I don't believe in God. I don't believe God can do things like that. Okay, so do you believe in energy? Because like energy attracts a like energy. What I'm saying to you is, if you act on one accord and be friendly to someone, the energy that you're asking for, the universe will turn around and give it back to you. To me, that's God. But to you, that just might be energy source. I get it. I understand. I know both languages. We can talk it all. But I promise you, there's a higher power and a higher sense of consciousness that works with us all. And I am saying to you this morning that when you allow this matrix that we live in to dictate you, you're not free. So how can you find a calm in the storm? So here we go. We constantly connected, yet we've never been more disconnected from ourselves, from each other, and from the world around us. The book of Revelation speaks of the beast that rises from the sea and the symbol of chaos and disorder that can consume us. Today, we see the beast manifesting in the form of surveillance states, where our every move is tracked, monitored, and controlled. We're forced to conform to norms of digital world and values of efficiency, productivity, and profit over human dignity, compassion, and empathy. Your job right now, if you don't deliver the qualified work that they want you to deliver, you will be fired. They don't care about that you have medical issues. They don't care about if your son or daughter is in daycare. They don't care about none of those things. Only thing they care is the number that you are. That's right, beautiful life. It is deep sleep. They only care about the number that you are and can you produce. If you're not a producer at work, you will be fired. Do you understand that? Right? There is no empathy there. Okay? And this is the type of world we live in. It is a construct. But if you want to be free from that, you have to know self. Knowing self is understanding that you have to have patience for things. You have to plan for things, and you have to put things in motion. For instance, if you want to see a better life for yourself, that means you're going to have the patience and the obedience to hold a little bit of money in order to see your dream come true. Amen. Come on. Listen. Tap the screen, share the live. I know we boxing it out this morning because some of y'all are like, I want to listen to this, but they got some drama going on the other page. I need to listen to the drama, and I need a little bit of the Lord. You want to see, the problem with people is you want to play both sides of the fence. And when it all goes down, when it's all said and done, when it all goes down and all said and done, you're going to have to pick a side. I promise you are. Because what's going to happen is you're going to lose. You're going to lose the battle. Okay? What I'm saying to you is, in order to be free, you're going to have to open your mind to some new things. That means you have to open to your mind to some empathy. You're going to have to feel where people are right now. You're going to have to feel where yourself is right now. And then you're going to have to open your mind to say, I need to change. And I will change. And the attitude of the lyrics that coming out of your mouth has to be in a promotional state of change, positivity, uplifting, and empowering oneself to be better than I was yesterday, because the war is on. Okay. You don't see it. Okay. And I hate to be political early in the morning, but let's go here. You have a president that's been in office one month, and he has changed. He got everybody on their tiptoes within 1 month. Within 1 month, he has everybody running for cover because we ain't on our P's and Q's. Right. And if you look at the Constitution, the way that it was wrote, there is no discipline for a person who won't follow the Constitution. So therefore, at the end of the day, we've been living under the quote unquote that people are going to be obedient just because. But what about those who just won't be obedient, period? What is the consequence? And that's where we are right now. And we have to have that understanding, because we at the lower level still have to deal with the ignorance of people who don't even understand the law, period. And they're going to come outside when the lights go out. And what are they going to do? The same thing they did during the George Floyd incidents and everything else when the blackout is out. They're going to be trying to rob you. They're going to be trying to steal from you. And if you're not spiritually connected, if you're not mentally ready, and you're not physically ready to handle what's about to happen, what's going to happen is you're going to be lost. Now, I know for years everybody kept saying, well, nothing is ever going to happen like that in America. We would never have any civil unrest. Didn't COVID teach you that? That civil unrest is right around the corner? How blind can we be? How blind can we be to not see that at any given time when people feel like standing up? We got comfortable, Vessel. Yes, we did. We got comfortable. We got so comfortable to believe that nothing will ever happen to us, because we don't want to hear that. We don't want to hear that at any given time our world could be shaken. Because we're in this construct that believe that you're going to be safe. Where is safety? The police are going to save you? Well, why are we, if the police is going to save us, why are we protesting against them? Listen, I can go through all of these scenarios all day, and we could talk about them all day. But what I really want you to do is find the calm in the storm. So what I'm going to say to you this morning is understanding where you are is the foundation of bringing you to where you need to be. The book specifically says that if you knew when a burglar was coming, or a mean person was coming, or a person that was coming to take advantage of you, you will be prepared at all times. But since you don't know who's coming, when they coming, you should always be prepared. That means you should always have some water stocked up in your house. That means you should always have some canned food stocked up in your house. That means you should always have some sort of protection in your house just in case something happens. That means you should always have some flashlights. That means you should always have some candles. That means you should always have something to protect you and yours at all times, because you never know when a thief is coming. You never know. So I'm not teaching you this to scare you. I am showing you that at the end of the day, when you're in this matrix, look, I'm so mad at Dick's Sporting Goods. I went to Dick's Sporting Goods yesterday. Now, if you know anything about Dick's Sporting Goods, back in the day, Dick's Sporting Goods was nothing but hunting. And, you know, you can find you can get your ammo there. You can get your 22 there if you needed one. It was all this. That's what Dick's Sporting Goods was about, really. And I mean, they had some sporting things, but it was really about survival. I went in there yesterday, and it was just like going into a Walmart. It was like going into what's another store you might want to compare Dick's to now? Like DTLR or H&M or there wasn't no survival stuff in there. I went to the camping aisle. They put camping so way back in the corner somewhere in this little section, and they only had a couple of fishing rods and maybe a couple of little tents or whatever. Nobody's thinking that your lights can get shut out and you might need some necessities. You might need some necessities. but you can't go nowhere and find it because they want you to buy it all offline. And here's the thing about when you buy stuff offline. You're not the only one keeping track of that. Hello? Hello? When you buy something offline, you're not the only one keeping track of what you buy and spend. Hello? I'm trying to let you know that as long as they keep track of you, which we talk about in the book of Revelations, once again, that you will not be able to do any barter unless you have the mark of the beast. Wait a minute. I'm trying to show you that the control factor is already there. So now they keep a track of what you buy and sell. And they can tell you what you need and what you don't need. And they already know how you're set up in your own home, more than you do. And we gave them all this freedom because we wanted convenience. Do you understand now? Do you understand that the reason why you're not calm in this storm is because you gave up your freedom to be free? So how do you get that back? Now that you're already stuck in this construct, understanding where you are and where you want to go. If you're going to do it right. Prepare yourself so that if it does happen and it does go down, you ain't out there with your pants hanging down. Prepare yourself. Now, once again, we talk about how to save, right? You got to have patience to save. Because you got to take that dollar and say, I'm not going to spend it today. I don't care what good snack that's out. I'm not going to buy it. I don't care what's going on. I'm not going to buy it this week. That's hard. Because they're always enticing you on your phone, telling you, oh, you need this. Come on, lady. You know you need this new hair. Come on, lady. You know you need this new makeup. Come on. You know let me beat that face. Come on. You need to eat. They always throwing the enticements in your face so that you cannot stay focused on one thing. I'm trying to teach you how to put the phone down sometimes. There should not be a moment in time where you have to have that phone in your hand at all times. Fellas, I'm going to tell you why you're being depleted of your energy. Because you put the phone in your pocket. If you put the phone in your pocket, fellas, it is going to drain you of your testosterone. I know you're saying to me, you're lying. See, some of y'all young and y'all saying to yourselves, I'm good to go. I can make it happen. I can go all day. The phone emissions depletes the energy within you. It's been proven time and time again. Take the phone out of your pocket, fellas. And what you want to do is find some type of EMF condenser. They have them online. And put your phone in a case. Because if you want to have children, you're going to want to do that with this phone. These phones are good to have for communication, but they're not as good as you think for our bodies. Very important. Men, if you heard what I said, I hope you take heed to that. Tap the screen, share the live. Ladies, I don't have to tell you 121 times. Stop putting the phone down in your chest. Stop doing that. It was cute in the beginning. It's not cute anymore. The stronger the phones get, the more it starts messing with our bodies. And so we have to be careful. I'm not doing that to scare you. I'm doing this to let you know, to be informed that we have to be careful of how we use our phones. Our phones are a great tool for information, but the energy in them are very strong, and we have to be careful about that. Okay? Phone in your pocket now. Listen, I'm trying to tell you, Vessel, you got to get that out of your pocket. I'm trying to tell you. If you want to keep strong. If you don't want to keep strong, keep it in your pocket. You'll see what I'm talking about. Over time, this is wearing us down as men. I promise you. Okay. Next thing I want to talk about, there's more insidious danger lurking beneath the surface. As we surrender our autonomy to the algorithms and the artificial intelligence, we're gradually erasing our values. Yes, I know the convenience of the robot and the AI is crazy. I used it so much. I promise you, it's crazy. But there's nothing like sitting down with a brother or sitting down with a sister and having a normal conversation without the use of a phone. It's nothing like it. It's nothing like finding out what each other like, dislike, and what we can improve on together as a unit. It's nothing like it. It's nothing like seeing you smile. Yeah, earbuds as well. They radiation too, Vessel. It's nothing like seeing you smile and I'm feeling the energy from your smile. It's nothing like it. It's nothing like seeing your tears and understanding your pain because I've been through the same thing you've been through. It's nothing like it. But you have to understand that the more you deal with artificial intelligence, it makes you perfectly numb to having any emotions. Some of our kids today don't have any real emotions because they've been so emotionally drained. Right? We're becoming mere avatars living in a virtual reality that is designed to keep us distracted, docile, and dependent. The book of Revelation warns us of the mark of the symbol of allegiance to the beast. Today, we see this mark manifesting in the form of digital identity, a unique code that defines us, tracks us, controls us. We're forced to choose between convenience and conformity or freedom and anonymity. But I say to you, my friends, that we have a choice. We do have a choice. We could choose to resist the allure of the matrix, to reject the false promises of digital utopia. We could choose to reclaim our humanity, to rediscover our values and to rebuild our communities. It's nothing like going outside, really finding out who your neighbor is for real, instead of guessing. It's nothing like cleaning up the block, having a block party, bringing the kids out and feeding them. It's nothing like it. Yeah, some people don't think like you and act like you, but it's nothing like knowing your community. Because when it all boils down, you're not going to let another people come in and dictate to your community what it should be, right? So it's nothing like knowing your neighbor. We must recognize that our addiction to technology is not just a personal issue, but a societal problem that requires a collective response. We all got to be a part of this or we all going to fail. You see, you can't have a Black Wall Street in Tulsa, Oklahoma, without people coming together and realizing the significance of unification. You can't have that. And Tulsa was not the only Black resource base. There was multiple in America, but they all got destroyed because we were not all on the same page. We wasn't ready for the war when the war popped off. We got comfortable. And we as a people get comfortable all the time. Look at 911. 911 hit. We knew it was an entire thing, and we just all got comfortable, say, oh, that's not going to happen again. We get comfortable. Look, COVID just happened 4 or 5 years ago. A lot of people don't even forgot about it already. We get comfortable. We are a docile people that when something happens, we would just rather forget about it than to prepare for the next time. When you prepare for the beast that's trying to come to your house, you'll be prepared all the time, not some of the time. We must demand that our leaders prioritize human well-being over corporate profits, that they protect our privacy, our autonomy, and our dignity. Now, I must say that Trump is doing something that nobody ever has done, which is challenge the system. The system that is in place that's supposed to protect us. He is opening a lot of doors and showing us. They had the manpower. That's right, Locksmith. We don't need, and we got the manpower, but we don't have the power in the man. I want you to think about that for a second. We got the manpower. Oh, it's a lot of strong black brothers, man. They've been in jail, been out of jail. They bulked up. We got a lot of manpower, but we don't have power in the man. Just think about that. Holding our leaders accountable, that is what Trump is doing. But he's also challenging the system for his own personal gain, him and Elon. But that's a whole nother issue. We're not going to go there. But right now, I need you to understand what is going on. We must also, we're not just fighting against machines. We're fighting against world view that reduces human beings to mere data points, to mere consumers, to mere cogs in the machine. And that's how Elon must look at us, by saying that his technology will be smarter than humans in the next 3 to 5 years, and we're just cogs in the machine. That's why it's easy for him to fire people, because, well, a machine could do that job in less than such and such minutes. You have to understand what position we hold right now as a people, as a human race, against the machine. A lot of you think you're just going to beat up these machines. They're making these machines powerful. Not saying that they're not indestructible. We're saying that they're powerful. So if you think you're just going to go out with a baseball bat and hit one of those machines and they're going to fall down, I promise you're going to be in for a rude awakening, because now they're making these machines so docile that when you hit it with something, it get right back up. What are you going to do against something like that? What are you going to do? I need you to wake up and to realize that when you have knowledge, you become more powerful and you can find calm in the storm. When you don't have knowledge and you don't have the power necessary to fulfill your duties, that's when you're in the storm and you move erratically. For instance, in our own community, when men are not present, our children run amok. Am I correct, or am I not correct? In a community where men are not present, children run amok. Yes? No? Come on. I need you to understand, all you have to do is look at a community that have men in leadership and men that are not in leadership. And then you will see the condition of that community. When you have leadership of men, you have a more sturdier community. I done said that 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. Hopefully somebody picks up on that. All right. The next thing that's in place, I have to ask you, that we need to join the fight. We have to rise up against this matrix of deception, against the forces that seek to control us. How do we do that? Oh, no, I'm not telling you to go out there and start a riot. That's not what I'm telling you to do. First of all, your power is in your bank account. Your power is in your ideas and thoughts. If a community decide, I'm not going to shop today, they will control the matrix in that area. Why? Because they will control the economics of how that area flows. People coming together to realize the bigger cause in it all makes more of a movement than you going to riot. Because all you're doing is destroying your own community. That's not the key. The key is controlling the economics. That's one. Controlling the social value, the social construct. That means getting out there, talking to the young guns and letting them know that, hey, everything ain't got to be emotional. That's 2. And spiritually, not 1,000 churches on and mosque on one corner, but unification coming together to recognize that we have to move in unison in order to make people, or to allow people to understand that we're united and not divided. I know that was a whole mouthful, because you saying, well, every church need to come together. And how many churches really want to come together? Because the first thing they start thinking about is the economics of it all and the pot. How much money is going to be made out of it all? So that's the hardest beast right there. That's the hardest beast. We're fighting the fiat. That is where our storm is. Humanity, dignity, we're not fighting that, because nobody cares anymore. But you need to be a person that cares. I'm telling you that you need to be a person that cares, because there's a lot in this world that we need to care about. Not just our children, but our women. I know some men don't look at women as something to care about, but you have to understand that they are the portals to the next life. What they bring into this world determines how this world is going to be. They are the portals to the next life. And if you don't see how important a woman is and the value that she brings, that you didn't miss the whole point of what life is. Because, yeah, you strong as a man, and yeah, you have the seed of life, but that seed can't flourish in the sink. Hello. So she brings a great value and significance to this world with her nourishment to your seed. So let us reclaim our humanity, our values, and our freedom. Let us choose to live in a world that values compassion over convenience, empathy over efficiency, and love over profit. Let us create a world that is worthy of our highest aspirations, a world that just equitable and free. Rappers, y'all need to stop fighting over material things. It's ridiculous. When you die, none of this stuff you can take with you. You can't take your chains with you. And you think people are going to remember because you had a big chain on? It means nothing in the scheme of things. You think 6 months after you going off this earth, somebody going to say, oh, he had the biggest chains. Mr. T had more gold than anybody. Nobody don't care. They have these children don't even know who Mr. T is. He had bigger chains and gold chains more than a lot of y'all dudes. And don't nobody care about Mr. T. He gone. Just like you gonna be gone. And you worrying about all these materialistic things that you can't take with you. And you leaving behind people that are still lost, still trying to find their way because you don't even know your way. Understand that God had a bigger purpose for us from the beginning, but we wanted to be more convenient. We wanted the convenience of life. We wanted to shortchange ourselves. And there's no shortchange to life, because every day is a valuable piece of information that we could take with us on our next journey. It's a valuable piece of information that we can leave behind for those who need the love, need the nourishment, need the knowledge and information to keep them going for generations to come. There is a value that you should have within you to say to yourself, hey, as long as I still have breath, I'm going to do right by somebody, anybody, and everybody that I come in contact with. My clothes mean nothing. My jewelry means nothing. The only thing means something is if I can help another brother from hurting himself. If I can help another sister from unaliving herself. If I can help another brother find food for the day. If I can help another sister find herself for today. That is more equitable than anything you could have possibly imagined, because there's so many people hurting in this world right now because they have lost a loved one. They have lost a job. They have lost their way. They don't know where they're coming from or where they're going to. All they know is that they're in a world that no one loves them like they should be loved. And so therefore, they're willing to do anything to find that love. So they'll sell their bodies, they'll sell their souls. And we need to be ones that are stronger in the fight, to understand empathy, to understand compassion, to be by their side when they need us the most. You have to understand that it has been charged on you because he gave you the breath of life. It has been charged on you that you could be much more of a better person, a better leader, and not be a follower of this world. Yeah, I know you love to be entertained, but if you're being entertained 80% of your life and the other 20% you're trying to find love, peace, and happiness, then you're always going to fall short of the glory of God, because love, peace, and happiness is all around you. As long as you instill it within you, you can push it all around you. I'm trying to help you understand that it is you that has the power to create the atmosphere that you want to be in. It is you that has the power to speak the words of power into somebody else, to speak the words of life into someone else. But if you don't speak those words of life into someone else, how do you expect to grow yourself? How do you expect to live beyond your expectations if you only have small expectations for yourself? It is you that has this power. I promise you each and every day that if you look for the righteousness in yourself, you'll find righteousness around you. The energy that you spew out into this world will always come back to you trifold. So show love the next time you see a person. If you a man and you on the bus and you see a woman that needs to sit down, and if you can't get your raggedy ass up to let that lady sit down, what type of person are you? Show love the next time you see somebody in turmoil. I'm not saying go give out all your money to the homeless or people that are out there, because there's some people scamming. I understand that. But try the spirit with the spirit. And then you'll know if you got a true spirit, if that person really needs your help. Don't use social media for that. That's something that comes between you and God. It's got to be in your heart. I'll leave you with this. Let us rise up and take back our world. One day at a time, one moment at a time. And in this moment, I say that I love you from the start. And I pray that you love yourself enough to go out and make change today. And that's how you're going to find the calm in the storm. Stop doing what you did yesterday and start doing something new today. You're welcome, Locks for Life. You're welcome. May heaven smile upon you this day, and may you walk in peace and prosperity. And let no one change your values. Let no one bring to you any ignorance. Blockade all of that and move about and do the best you can in this world and enjoy every moment, because tomorrow is not promised. Enjoy every moment, because tomorrow is not promised. Okay? And that's my message for you today. Tap the screen, share the live. Listen, I promise you, every Sunday I'm going to do my best to dig in the trenches to give you something of value. I hope that you learn to bring a friend along next week. And as we continue to grow and allow this message or these messages to be powerful and insightful for our spirits alone, we're going to grow as a community. I appreciate you coming through. Thank you, Most Poetic, for coming through. Thank you, Boss Baby. I see you out there. T-Mac, I'm ecstatic that you're here. I appreciate you. You know that. Locks for Life, you know I appreciate you. Definitely. Most definitely. All of you. I seen Brother Vessel out there. He said I had to work a little bit to be here. I seen you. I appreciate you. Thank you guys for coming through, and all my YouTubers. I appreciate you. I appreciate you coming through. When will we change? I appreciate you coming through. May heaven smile upon you. For all my YouTubers and all my TikTokers, I appreciate you. I'll be back tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock to give us, and we're gonna have the session. The Monday, Wednesday, and Friday is the session. That's when y'all come on and you know what I'm saying, and we talk. Brother Vessel, no, we gonna be bringing good word tomorrow, like, but it ain't just me. Only on Sundays it's just me, but during the week it's all of us. We come in. It's called the session. That's what it's called. All right. I appreciate y'all, man. Thank you guys for coming through, and I want y'all to have a good day on purpose. I'm gonna try to enjoy some of this good weather, and you know, we gonna live life to the fullest because tomorrow is not promised. Y'all like my new sweater? I like this joint comfortable. I got this from American Eagle, y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's comfortable. I love it. It's feeling good. I'm looking good. You looking good. We all looking good. We look good for the Lord. You only live one day at a time. You know, I ain't gonna spend my money on all them jewelry and stuff. I mean, I got some jewelry, but we ain't gonna do all that. 40 degrees, you bet that's right. Oh, y'all 43 degrees? We ain't got 40 degrees. We in the 20s. It'll be like 22 degrees. That's why I got this sweater on. It was like 22 degrees. And I'm trying to tell you, when the wind blow, it feel like it's like 8. You know what I'm saying? But you know, that's Philadelphia. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know where it's 43 degrees where you at. That's sunny. You got 43 degrees. That's beautiful. That's definitely beautiful. Right? All right, y'all. I ain't gonna keep y'all, but y'all have a good day. And when y'all go to the next live, man, don't get consumed. I mean, entertain yourself. I'm not telling you not to entertain yourself, but just don't get consumed. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, I'm used to it, T Mac. Yeah, I'm definitely used to the Philly love, to love your back, brother. Yeah, I'm used to it. I think I'm used to it. I don't know. I'm ready to move to Japan or Thailand. I'm about to get out of here. About to get out of here. But for the most part, man, I love y'all, man. May heaven smile upon y'all, and may y'all graciously be back next Sunday and see me during the week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. All right. I love you guys. May heaven smile upon y'all. And assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh to all my Muslim brothers and sisters, and peace and blessings. All right. I'll see y'all.